What's up, guys? What's up, Starlians? Happy Friday. Today is Friday. Today is also the full moon in Taurus, the lunar eclipse. So, I was guided to go back. For this read. For those of you guys who remember the new moon in Taurus read that we did, it was alive. It was back in May. And there were messages that came out, so I was told to go back, and they made me even find, this was like 2 notebooks ago. That's how much has happened. So I went back to 2 notebooks ago, and I found something that they want me to talk about. So first of all, we're going to start about your intentions. What intentions did you set during that time frame of the new moon in Taurus? So the first one is settling into the new energy of Venus and Taurus. So this was really in regards to financial wealth and health, wanting to manifest really big goals and dreams for yourself in regards to career path, right? The next thing is sigh of relief. So this was a time when we were really settling into our divinity in a way where it affected our identity and our self-worth, and that's kind of where we started kind of leaning deeper into our divinity and our self-worth. I'm going to sneeze probably. No? Okay, I'll sneeze later when it's, not when I'm not ready for it. What is stimulating you? All of these things that the new moon in Taurus offered us, we're kind of harvesting now. So this is why they kind of want me to go back for this, to this. What's new that you want to learn? What new information? So the information systems on this planet is changing as well. So that's something that we have to be wary of. Like, the internet will not be here very long. I'm saying this to you because I will it'll cut me off. Those of you guys who joined the live that we did last night, you know what the internet is doing. Right? It's unstable with the CMEs and the solar flares that have been hitting this planet. It is going to be broken down. The whole internet grid and the system it built was of the 3rd dimension. Even the 3rd dimension doesn't get to have it anymore. So anyway, the calm before the storm, how does that feel? We're about to enter the storm. This was the new moon in Taurus back in May, was the calm before the storm. We're in the storm. The storm is about to hit. What do you value? What do you want to invest in? These were questions that I asked you. I don't know if you guys remember. Enjoy comfortability while you have it, is what is written here. Indulgence, overeating, overstimulation. Those were things to watch. Okay, so I ask you now in this full moon in Taurus time, how have you progressed through all of these? How have you progressed through being able to settle into new energies and adjust? How have you progressed in being able to be at peace and relieved of certain things that are no longer your business, or people, communities that are no longer your business, how it works, why it works, or if it works for you. If it doesn't work for you, it's out, right? What stimulates you? What new information do you want to learn? What do you want to research? What does your brain go, what are you curious about that you want to learn more about? What do you value in your life? What do you value? If it's your car, if it's your computer or your fucking pocketbook, it's not the thing, right? So this is, what do you value and what do you want to invest in within yourself? What do you want to invest in for your stability financially? What do you want to invest in general? And then enjoy comfortability while you have it. So that was a big I guess, hint towards the winter that I didn't even realize at the time, because we're about to enter a time where if we aren't comfortable being uncomfortable, we're going to get really fucked up. Like, we have to, and I think I've done my best to really help you guys be uncomfortable, because the changes coming are uncomfortable for the entire planet, other than those who are comfortable in the uncomfortability. Okay? And then I drew a little picture, and we were talking about the 3D consciousness, the 4D, and the 5D consciousness. And this is it. Right here. This is the matrix. The pressure from above to keep you in a place where they can use you for their own gain. They meaning the fucking program and the plan for the lower timeline, etc. This is other people's fucking opinions. This is the job that pays the bills but is so fucking soul sucking. This is mom telling you how to fucking dress every single day, or dad wanting to give you a lecture on your fucking money management problems. All of this, okay? I'm hearing inheritance. I've been hearing inheritance for a couple days now. Inheritance is going away forever. That's part of the lower timeline. People who have been receiving government assistance will no longer be able to sustain a living, to be able to be healthy, happy. People who rely too much on 3D medications to get through the fucking day. Big changes. The 4D consciousness, which we went over, is once you transcend a certain aspect of your 3D consciousness of self, you slip into the 4D, and that is where logic doesn't exist. That is 2012 to 2021. That is the missing, the blip or slip of time that's been removed. It's almost like that has been removed from our dimension. That's why the Mayan calendar was correct. Because 2012, we were supposed to, as a collective consciousness, we were supposed to have closed down this fucking whole thing by 2012, back when the Mayans wrote their whole thing. But we extended it because we were fucking stupid, basically. Because we couldn't get out of the hands of the monarchs. I'm hearing the monarchs. So this was like 17th, 16th, 17th, and 18th century monarchs and monarchies. Ancestral karma wasn't cleared yet, so we had to extend through that too. So this blip of space-time had been removed and sectioned out of the realm, but we still had to live it. We still had to go through it, and that was the fourth dimensional consciousness, 2012 to 2021. Think about what was happening in your life in 2012. Think about what was happening in the world in 2012, and everything that happened in the world since then. It all doesn't even resonate with the reality that we grew up in, right? It felt like we were in a time warp, because we were in a time warp. Fifth dimensional consciousness comes after the 4D. So the 4D is where we get all fucked up with logic, right? And we have to figure out what it is that we're going to do. We have to figure out, oh, this is where we're uncomfortable. Thank you, Michael's saying uncomfortable. This is where we're uncomfortable, this 4D consciousness. A lot of you guys are going to enter this space into this winter. A lot of you guys have already been in this space. I tried my best to get you guys to go into this space so you could really battle your shadow, your demons. This is where the fourth dimension is, where demons and angels want your attention. They're both fighting for your attention. The only way that they get your attention is if your consciousness chooses to accept it. So if you're sitting thinking you have control over things, you need to figure out how to have control over things. You need to manipulate the system or the situation for your own gain, etc. That's when you're giving money to the lower timeline. Money meaning your currency, meaning your peace, meaning a part of you, a part of your soul. That is the connection with the lower timeline. We're with this full moon in Taurus, we are going through a shift in a full timeline separation. This is the grand separation of souls, written in the stars. I just happened to get that message over a year ago at this point. Fifth dimensional consciousness, unity, happiness, peace, stability, community, all of that. And it all loops together. This is how Neptune had me draw this back in the day, back in May. It all loops together this is what quantum physics likes to call quantum entanglement. Okay, this is when all of our antennas are connected to all of everybody else's antennas. Okay, this is collective consciousness, unified, healthy, emerging from the fourth dimension. Okay, emerging from lack mentality, emerging from the shadow work, emerging from the fear program, emerging from distorted masculine template, distorted feminine template, emerging from need, control, grief, regret. All of that lives here. The 3D is only ego. The 3D consciousness is ego. It is I have control. I am the one that does it. Everybody has to listen to me. Everybody does what I say. I make the rules. And every blah, 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 blah. Surprise, God makes the rules, not you. Right? Had to learn this the hard way myself. So, in understanding this process, I'm going back to this because we have some new people here, by the way, but this is the consciousness on paper. Understand where you are in this grid. Okay? If you would like some personal help, you know where to find me. They had me write down the Sirians, the Pleiadians, the Lyrians, the Andromedans, the Arcturians, because the star race evolution is, the star races are evolving the human race into the galactic Earth race. The galactic Earth race is the new race on Earth. It is no longer the 666 carbon DNA system. That being said, this full moon lunar eclipse is closing the door, and I talked about this on the live last night, but I was told to reiterate, because we had some trouble with the video. There's not going to be any sound. I'm still trying to upload it. It's just what it is. It's just dealing with we're getting unplugged. Okay, imagine the entire world is plugged onto one server, just one server. We're all little itty bitty computers walking around, and we're all plugged into one server. Okay, that server's going offline, so now we're getting plugged into the higher server. But the higher server doesn't take grief. The higher server doesn't take regret. The higher server doesn't take broken hearts, broken promises, lies to the self, deception, Seven of Swords, foxes, snakes. It don't take it. It doesn't take need. It doesn't take attachments. The higher server is the one that gets you through to the other side of 2024. The lower server, the first server, is the one, when it unplugs, you die. Like, your whole life, if your whole life is tapped in, and a lot of people are going to experience this, if their whole life is tapped into this first server and they have not figured out how to get out of this realm into the higher server, server number 1, oh my god, what's happening? Server number 2, server number 1, I have to do all this work to heal myself. Okay, I'm doing it. I'm finding out, it's making sense, I'm committing, and I'm really allowing myself to find the truth within the inner knowledge. That's what the 4D is. Boom, higher server. And it's like boop, 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 boop. You get little itty bitty incremental plugins to the higher server. That ties into the 12 keys to the consciousness that Archangel Gabriel told me about the other day, but I'm not going to get into that today. I am really seeing that this is the time where you need to find for your life where your life is plugged into the lower server. And on the flip side of that, what you're supposed to do for a living, what you're supposed to contribute to to mankind, to the planet, etc. Why you are here, born alive right now, right? A lot of people have tapped out in the past couple of years. My grandma was like, I'm out of this motherfucker. 2017, she was like, I gotta go. I'm done. I'm old as fuck. She's like, I'm tired. You know, I've never really been able to be myself anyway, because I was raised in the fucking Southern Baptist Church. I have these gifts that I had to shield everybody away from, but I can read everybody all the time. I already know what you're thinking. You know, I have to get off this planet. A lot of people did that. I've been really activated by my starseedness, guys, so I'm so sorry. But it's just flowing. This awareness that's happening now with this timeline shift, that blip of space-time that was removed from 2012 to 2021. And we just went like this. Oh, Trump's president? What the fuck? You know, or yay, Trump's president, I hate everybody. The fourth dimension. That understanding. Think about it. Think about what was going on in your life at that time. What kind of karmic repercussions were you being handed? What kind of shit did you have to eat, Michael's saying? What kind of shit did you have to eat, and from who? 2012 to now, okay? All of that is coming to a head. We've done all of this work so we can get to the place where we can plug into the higher server, okay? Okay. Something to think about. This new moon in Taurus, this lunar eclipse is very much centered in on what we value. What you value within yourself, what you value within your inner masculine, your inner feminine, what you value within your inner child, what you value within your higher self, what you value within your own ability to be a divine being on this planet. All of those, always perfect. All of those things, in regards to what you value, are the plugs, okay? So I ask you right now, what is your superpower? Because everybody in New Earth has a superpower. every single being that makes it across the finish line to 2024 plus in the higher timeline. The lower timeline gets wiped off the planet fully in 2030. I already saw it. The fifth dimension, unity consciousness. Where's your superpower there? Journal entry, what's your superpower? Okay? Okay. I want to pull some cards for you guys and see how that kind of ties into things for you, and how you're feeling during this full moon situation. I'm really, really excited because I just connected with someone who is helping me ascend, which I haven't had for a very long time, to be honest, without somebody trying to fucking take my light, which is, anyway, that's a whole thing. That's the false light and the snake and the whole thing. Transcended that, so now I'm on the other side of that, and I can only imagine that the messages are going to get more and more space-oriented, time-oriented, something like that, expanded. Okay, so we're all in this together. We are all in this together. Let me know in the comments, please, how you like that kind of throwback message from the new moon in Taurus, because everything that you were manifesting then is coming to a head now. Everything that you wanted to get rid of then is finally leaving now. Everything that you put into motion then is leaving now. Is coming into fruition, into the physical. So, all right. So if you're watching this, take a deep breath in with me. Exhale. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, in the name of the Most High Yahweh and the Holy Spirit Shekinah, I ask to be a complete open channel today for this collective, for this full moon season, this lunar eclipse, and this massive energy of the Taurus full moon. At this time, I call in the Ascended Masters, the Archangels, Gods, and Goddesses throughout all space-time dimension. Here, Hermes is here. Athena is here. Socrates is here. Constantine is here. He was an emperor, a Roman emperor. Saint Helena was his mother. Okay, Saint Helena is here as well. This is interesting. All these Romans. Why are you here? Oh, this Roman timeline. Oh, for the closing of the book, the timeline shift out of the Matrix. Because Romans put together all of the bricks to build the house that the Matrix was. That's what the Romans did. Do as the Romans do was a fucking program to keep you in the fucking system. Kuan Yin is here. Thank you. She's got a purple lotus flower. Expansion from the heart up, she's saying. Expansion from the heart up. Relieve yourself. Relieve yourself. Some of you guys have so much guilt or pain in your heart. I'm feeling this is ancient. I'm not feeling like this is pain from this life. I feel like this is past life, a past life transmutation that's happening. Okay. Heart up. Release, 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 she said. Know that you are safe. Know that you are safe in your vulnerability. Know that you are safe in your openness. You are safe in your divinity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All praise. The Galactic Federation of Light is here. So they're like, yay! Like they're jumping up and down because they're integrating in such a deep way now with this shadow energy removed, this Scorpio energy removed from the planet. Scorpio, there's no stars in Scorpio. Scorpio used to be the air. It was an air sign. It was eagle. It was an eagle. Before the timelines got swapped and everything with the third dimension. Scorpio is original magic. That original magic template is leaving this planet, except for the people in the first server. Those people have more to learn from the demonic energy of the fucking original magic and the sorcerers and all of that shit. all of that stuff that started this planet and represented the Scorpio, the Scorpion. It was never a part of the actual star system God made. Thank you. That throat and that chest is opening. Good. And just breathe that in for a little bit. At this time, I ask for a protective shield and bubble and affirm that I am a protected child of God, protective child of the light and the stars. Also, at this time, I affirm that all the Starlians watching are as connected and protected as I am by the Most High through the stars and the stargates of the highest realm, for the highest good of this realm. As I set these wheels in motion, so be it and so it is. All praise be to the Most High. All praise be to the Most High. Amen, 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 amen. All praise be to the Most High. Beautiful. Yeah, so that Scorpio energy I've been getting for a couple days now. It wasn't an original plan. Archangels are here. How do you keep forgetting? I just want to talk, Michael. I'm sorry, Michael's here. Archangel Gabriel is here. Archangel Uriel is here. Archangel Haniel is here. Okay, Archangel Sandalphon is here. Archangel. I just heard Louis Armstrong. Like the trumpet player. Interesting for me. Okay. Archangel Azrael. Collecting. This Scorpio energy and the people who hold the Scorpio energy, and I'm not saying that this has to do with people who have the sun sign Scorpio. This is an energetic space in the stars. This is an energetic space in the stars where it was corrupted by this first server. But the first server was the program server. It was a manipulation server. It was dark. It was Saturnian fucking lessons and Saturnian fucking energy sucking and the devil's ace, etc. Fed by Egypt. Anybody else? Archangel Ariel. Okay. All right, we're using the Celtic today. Let's see what comes out. 22 minutes in. I'm always talking so much. All right, here we go. Stop distracting yourself. Understand what you understand. You know. Stop it. I don't know who you are or who needs to hear this. Stop distracting yourself. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Stop it. Michael's stop distracting yourself. You are getting divine encoded information for your highest good and you are ignoring it because it makes you feel uncomfy. Comfortability doesn't exist anymore. Get uncomfortable. Here we go. You do not know. Stop it, human. Hanged man. You need a new perspective. You have to shift. You do not know. You do not know. You don't. If you're distracting yourself from knowing, you're anyway. Tell me about this hanged man energy, please. Stop it. Stop it. This is what I've been feeling in the heart. Allow it. This is why Kuan Yin came in to say, stop ignoring your heart. Stop ignoring your pain. Stop it. Allow it to come up through the crown. This is faith. This is forgiveness. This is a shift in awareness and perception of what pain is. Pain is a gift. It teaches you. Pain is a gift. It teaches you. Archangel Mafia. The whole mafia said that at once. The whole moth said that at once. Give me one more, please. Or a bunch more. I don't know. Okay, give me a couple more. It's the Six of Swords. Thank you. And there it is. Yep. Yeah, see, so what I'm getting here is during this full moon period and during this time, there's this need to move forward. There's this need to move forward, right? I can see that there's something better. I understand now that where I was fucked up. I get it. I understand now what I don't value. And because I understand what I do value, I want to head towards that. But then fear program comes in and goes, wait, are you sure? This is devil energy convincing you that what you want isn't real. This is devil energy convincing you that the third dimension is the only thing that's going to work for you. This is where it gets tricky, guys. Because your consciousness is the key to living on this planet. And it all ties into all the chakras. It ties into the heart healing. But it always has to do with your perception of reality and your timeline of it. Okay? With the Knight of Wands here, I feel like there's a lot of this is the, I'm uncomfortable, I'm leaving. I'm uncomfortable, I'm leaving. Fight or flight is not a thing. Like I said, guys, fight or flight was programmed into us. We are sentient beings that just are. There is no immediate reaction, really. There's just knowing. There's just knowing. This is, I can only speak from my own perspective, guys, and from what I've experienced and how, and with my, you know, experiences, and with my guides and stuff, there's no, and with God. 7, 7, 7. Saturnian energy much? 7 of Pentacles. Does that look like magic to you much? Original magic, manifesting something out of nothing that maybe you don't need. What are you investing in? So the investments in the self. There's 2 messages here. I do feel like that some of you guys may manifest a karmic cycle again because of this fear, and because you don't want to be uncomfortable. Because you really don't want to be uncomfortable. Nobody wants to be uncomfortable. Only the strongest souls make it. You gotta get uncomfortable. Ask your inner child. Your inner child will run from being uncomfortable. Because it's scared. And if your inner child isn't fully healed, isn't on the verge of, if your inner child is still holding anxiety in regards to something it cannot control, then this winter is going to be tough. It's going to show you all of those parts of your inner child that are not secure. All of them. 7 of Swords, Equilibrium, Knight of Swords, 6 of Pentacles. Temperance again. Let me get this on too. 7 of Swords and Temperance. Manipulating yourself while you're in the Hangman tree. Okay? This is the moment where you're supposed to go, oh my God, I can see my pain now. Oh my gosh, I'm no longer running. I'm staring straight at it. Look, there's 3 lights coming out of his head, and there's 3 fucking swords. Higher self, lower self, inner child. 3. The perspective you need to take about who you are in your identity, how you identify with yourself, needs to be of the 3. The 3. The 7 is a manifestation of what is or is not balanced within the 3. With the 6 of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles, what's missing here, surprise, it's the Ace of Pentacles. Now, depending on how closely you are looking at your pain, you can be choosing the Devil's Ace here. And the Devil's Ace is manifesting another reality, a lower vibrational, lower timeline reality through that ace. Your inner child knows what's up. If you feel like running, ask yourself why. What am I afraid of? You can probably guess it's the 7 of Swords within you that you're afraid of. I have to get away. I have to take what I can take and get out. Like, or I need to tell myself what's true because I don't really know yet. So I'm choosing to see. This is the, thank you, Michael's saying this is the 10 of Swords too. With the 3 of Swords and the 7 of Swords, this is the end of the road. The 10 of Swords you got the 9, the 10, and the 7. I mean, you got the 10, the 7. With this is the 10, 3, 7, 9. Oh, I just heard 3 years, 7 years, 9 years. For some of you guys, this has been a complete karmic cycle within yourself and how you speak about your life via your own point of view of self, your own identity of self. how you speak about your life. It may have taken 3 years for you to get to a specific broken heart wound. And then it may have taken another 4 years to 7 years for you to understand how you chose that shit. 7 of Swords. And then it may have taken another 2 years for you to understand what fear was in relating to the broken heart and relating to doubt, grief, regret. All of the first servers love. It loves that because it can manipulate you with that vibration. This vibration, all of these vibrations are manipulatable by the first server, by the third dimension. The Messianic kingdom, the fifth dimensional consciousness and new world needs you to balance. I'm hearing balancing of worlds here with Michael. Michael's saying balancing of worlds. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. It's balancing for you now. Focus on your rainbow light body. Focus on your rainbow light body. And tap into the consciousness of those around you. Some of you guys, tap into the consciousness of those around you. I'm hearing you are who you hang out with. That's what I just heard. You are who you hang out with. So in knowing this, we're going to clarify this. Let me put this back together. In getting this message right now, there's also the 6 of Swords. There's a lot of swords on this table right now. 3, 6, 7, 9. 3 years, 6 years, 7 years, 9 years. In regards to this fear program being bright and brighter and brighter and brighter, more obvious, more obvious, more obvious, more obvious. Now it's to the point where you're at the 9. Okay? Now it's like if it's not obvious now, you got no shot. You have to be conscious of the fact that you may or may not have taken the devil's ace because of the fact that your inner child was broken, wounded, whatever you want to say. Because of the fact that fight or flight kicked in, I don't know how I'm going to live. How am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to have a car? Am I ever going to get married again? I have to date this person or take this person back because I'm this age and nobody wants me because I'm older. Fucking stop it. I'm here to tell you guys the truth. Knight of Swords. Your Knight of Swords here is really going to save you. This Knight of Swords came up in almost every single fucking personal reading yesterday. It's beautiful. I'm loving this energy right now because this is, I don't give a fuck. I am telling the truth. To yourself first. This needs to be like this. Speak the truth to yourself first. Then go ahead and relay the information so you can conquer this 7 of Swords entity within yourself. I cut my finger. Some of you guys, I heard somebody go, what happened to your finger? I cut my finger when I was cooking. It was badass dinner though. Anyway, I used the slicer too quickly. So, this doubt, fear, etc. Self-preservation, I'm hearing self-preservation, has really gotten a lot of just people in general to, it was part of the program. It was part of the false you. It was part of the old identity and the old world self. And the old world self no longer has it doesn't have any more power. The server is losing juice. Like the first server is losing juice. So just knowing that, understand where you're coming from in regards to that. Like where your consciousness is going throughout the day. Excuse me, with this full moon energy, it's really going to challenge the walls you put up around yourself and your heart. Because what is your reality? Because this lower server is losing juice. It's meant to. It was supposed to lose juice and be knocked off the grid in 2012. The Father, Emperor energy, divine masculine energy. Your inner masculine is holding all of these swords. Death. The inner masculine ego death is happening now. It's probably already hit some of you guys. Some of you guys it's going to hit soon. This is also the transformation of the divine masculine from I have to, blah, like I have to follow the rules. Everybody has to do what I say. I know better than everybody for myself. Like all of that's really cute. Let's check your life in 2022 if that's how you really feel. Because this is not a game. God is not playing with this world anymore. He is not fucking around with the human experiment anymore. He is not giving the children he seeded on this planet any more grief. He's removing all the grief with all that Scorpio energy, taking it away, and allowing us to heal from all of that. All of those of you who know about your past lives and who have tapped into them and understand what happened to you, what you got wrapped up in, the original vibration of the Scorpio template was built on magic. I just had this realization the other day. Built on magic. Well, I mean, they guided me through everything, but it was built on magic. So I'm not talking shit on Scorpio, but Pluto, which rules Scorpio, is also the holder of karmic contracts. All soul contracts go through Jupiter. Pluto and Jupiter. All soul contracts run through them. Karmic, divine, all of them. So heads up, guys, America is on its Pluto return over the next 2 years. America has a Pluto return. Humans don't, because we don't live long enough. The Plutonian cycle is like 248 years. When was America built? When did that happen? Karma's coming back around. Just saying. I've been tasked on digging into karma and karmic cycles for a reason. Not just because of people and their lives, but because of this planet and the karmic cycles it is going through. Okay? We're going to dig into this. I want to see this. There's a lot of cards out here. Tell me about this Hangman, please. We're using the Light Seers to clarify. I'm going to give the Kipper Lenormand a rest. Tell me about the Light Seers, please. The Light Seers. Tell me about the Hangman. Wow, look, original magic. The Magician. This is also, what is your superpower? Some of you guys are going to really tap into that during this time. From now until the end of the year. From now until April. I just heard from now until April, there's a real big dig and realization within you what your superpower is, what your magic is, how you can alchemize your life for the betterment of not only your life, but for the collected, unified consciousness of life. Okay? Tell me about this Three of Swords, please. Right on the table. Page. Look, it's the inner child wound. It is the Page of Pentacles, the inner child wound. This is something that has happened for some of you guys. I just heard past life and current life. So there is a string of frequency in the heart space that is rooted in either a past life or current life via the childhood existence. Okay? That's going to be coming up for a lot of people. It's going to be coming up for a lot of you. And being able to heal from that space of your inner child. Because it's uncomfortable. And a lot of times people who have had certain traumas, certain disconnects with their own identity, divine identity, as children, there's like a repression of memories. These memories are coming back. Michael's saying, watch your dreams. Could have extended portal 2 of Cups. Watch your dreams. Watch your dreams. For some of you guys, for some of you guys, you had a relationship when you were a kid with like a friend. I'm seeing like 2 little kids like running around, like just like kind of just best friends. That's what I'm really getting right now, to be honest. And something happened. This is someone's inner child talking right now. Something happened that hurt your heart in a way that it hasn't healed from yet. This is like your best friend when you were a kid moving away, or when you were a child, your best friend said some really horrible, nasty things about you to other people, and it hurt your heart so bad that you couldn't forgive. For some, this is you as a child watching your parents hate each other after they've been in love. So this is like watching a marriage go from really, really good and passionate and balanced to complete fuckery. and just daggers all day long. A lot of people, I mean, I experienced it for a short amount of time in my life, you know what I mean, with my family, with my parents. So, this is coming to a head. That message was for someone. This is coming to a head. I'm also seeing that this heart healing is bringing in into Malkut a relationship, okay, into the physical reality, a relationship that is grounded in the new vibration of the second fucking server. Five of Cups. Can't make it up. Clarifying the Seven of Swords, we got the Five of Cups. This is pain, regret. This is lying to the self, deceiving the self. That didn't happen. I don't really care about them. That didn't hurt my feelings. All of that pride is cute. Let it go. There's a real deep hole with some of you guys. There's a real deep hole emotionally in regards to some really fucked up pain. Some real cheating, some real deception, some real lying, some real thievery. This is a collective message for the planet. Everybody is getting forced into shadow work this winter. Fucking me. Everybody. Everybody. If we don't shine in the shadow, we don't make it, man. Okay? So this full moon is really shining a light on some things that you said and did, that you were deceptive about, whether to somebody else or to yourself, telling yourself that you didn't feel a certain way, telling yourself that didn't bother you, telling yourself you don't care about those people, or telling yourself that you actually love somebody when you don't, and staying in a relationship too long. Telling yourself that you need this level of attack. I said, look at the bottom. It's fucking judgment, dude. Final judgments. This layer of pain and sadness can't come anymore. It's done. Okay? The divines call the shots. Yoinked up. Okay, so we can't be fucking around with this Seven of Swords entity anymore. So watch how you talk to yourself. Watch how you talk to yourself when you are healing. Are you nurturing to yourself, or are you like, oh my God, I'm so stupid. Oh, I hate crying. Why am I crying? Those are Seven of Swords words. I love you. I love you so much. Name. Okay? Enter name. I love you so much. Thank you for shedding those tears of toxicity. There's a reason why tears are salty. Crying is like pissing and shitting. It's an expression and a release of toxins. Tell me about the Six of Swords and the Knight of Swords, or Knight of Wands together. The World. Saturn. Saturn is here to tell you it is the end. It is the end of you being comfortable. So get used to it. Please stop running back and forth. Please stop running back and forth. For those in the back, please stop. Stop running back and forth. Please stop running back and forth. Okay? It's time to walk through the portal into the new world. It's time to let go of the land that was all the way back here that was all fucked up, the third dimension. We have to get through the choppy waters. That's the fourth dimension. Fifth dimension is that horizon right there. Once you get in the boat, man, you can't go back. Okay? You can't. You're not allowed to. You've already surrendered the self that lives there. And if you haven't surrendered the self that lives there, I can't help you with these readings. Okay? Tell me about this Nine of Swords, please. Thank you. Four Cups. Ignorance is no longer bliss. I promise. What is your superpower? And why are you afraid of it? And if you think you're already doing it, you're halfway there. It's bigger than you've ever imagined. And that is scary. That is very, very scary. With this Three of Swords heart healing situation happening with this inner masculine energy, there's a realization now. Now there's a realization of what's been ignored. There will be, Michael's saying there will be there will be a light shown on it. Will it? Will the healing? Will the healing? Ask before you go to bed. Please. You can't, you need You need help from the fifth dimensional angelic realm to be able to help you get to the fifth dimensional consciousness that you need to live. You need the help. Okay, you need the help. You just fucking do. Right? We all do. We just fucking do. Tell me about this 4 of Cups. Tell me one more, please. This is gonna be long. I didn't mean to make it long. After that comes the jump into the wheel. Comes the seed point of your soul spreading out into the flower of life, taking that risk on yourself and your own level of spiritual healing for yourself. Your level of acknowledgement of what was fucked up for the inner child. When this acknowledgement comes, there's freedom for your inner child. Okay? Like I said, there's levels to this shit, guys. We may be talking about the inner child for a long time. It's not a one and done. It's not a 1 year and done. It's a very long process, especially when you're as ancient as some of you guys are. Like, when you're an ancient soul, your inner child is it's fucked up. Like, it's gonna take a while, right? It's gonna take a while. The Divine's giving you lots of help here, King of Wands. It replaces this inner child healing really raises up such confidence. Such fucking confidence in the inner masculine energy, obviously with the King of Wands, but also in your ability to get things done. Your ability to turn ideas, I'm hearing turn ideas into profitable businesses or profitable projects. For some of you guys, this is a brother. I'm hearing a brother. Somebody has a fire sign brother or fire sign male friend who they are helping heal. As you heal yourself, you're helping them heal. That's for somebody. I'm hearing Leo. With that line, I'm seeing Leo too. You're healing this frequency that you share with this person. Look, King and Queen of Wands. This is what I'm talking about. This is when the alchemy of the Most High, the alchemy of the New World, the alchemy of your soul's true frequency without all those distortions. When this balance comes into place, when the inner child is fully healed, it's just white magic. It's pure alchemy of the divine. For your life moving forward, for you to be able to excel at whatever you want to fucking do, right? And really spread your wings and fly in that way. Tell me about the Page of Wands. Michael's saying no cement shoes, please. I'm telling you, I can't make this up. 3 of Swords again. Okay? With the Page of Wands, this is an innocent child again. So, we got a child here and the 3 of Swords. We got a child here and the 3 of Swords. This child is feminine. This child is masculine. They both have broken hearts and wounds. Now, if the alchemization is right and you're tapped into your higher self and you allow yourself to go into the depths of the hole that you weren't allowed to before or you couldn't remember, it was a repressed memory, etc., right? If you are committed in that way and you allow yourself to see all the 7 of Swords is, you allow yourself to see all the 9 of Swords is, you no longer ignore how you feel about all of these vibrations, these frequencies in you. You allow yourself to see them. Then, down goes the darkness. Justice for devil energy. That's when it balances out. That's when the equal and opposite is the equal and opposite, not the distorted opposite, not the controlled opposite, not the 3rd dimensional consciousness controlled opposite. I hope that makes sense. This is divine alchemy at its finest during this full moon. Please tell me about this Knight of Swords. No. Tell me about this Father energy. I want to know about this Father, the 6 of Swords, 6 of Shields, and 7 of Shields. So the 6 and 7. And it's the 9 of Pentacles. With the Page of Wands again. Give me one for the Father, please. Thank you. King of Pentacles. So, as this inner masculine energy starts to heal, there's this big ego death that happens. There's this understanding here. Look at this shit. We got the Queen of Pentacles too. So we got the Queen of Pentacles really supporting the inner masculine. So the inner feminine energy is really supporting the inner masculine go through this ego trip, this ego death, right? This inner masculine energy comes out as the King of Pentacles, the match to the Queen. This is beautiful. Alchemy, 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 alchemy. Okay? There are always deeper wounds until we are at the point of complete alchemization. There's always deeper wounds. With the 6 of Shields and the 7 of Shields, I got the Page of Wands and the 9 of Pentacles. This is your worth during this full moon time. This is that Taurian energy of understanding what you are fucking worth. It's actually Virgo, but that's fine. It's birth. And with the Page of Wands here, this is your inner child being able to be free enough and know that it is stable enough to be balanced, to receive what it is worth, to actually manifest something and actually invest in something that's worthy of it. Actually manifest something that equals your bigness. For some of you guys, this is an idea that spawned 7 years ago. Some sort of divine idea of I'm hearing writing, play, book, blogging. Okay, these are all ideas that I'm just seeing flash in front of my head. Fucking dance. I'm seeing dance. Children's reading circle is what I just saw. Animals. All of these things were like ideas. Oh, I could do that. I could do that one day. And then all of the distractions got you to not do what your heart was saying. Right? Your heart was saying you wanted to do that. Your brain went, that would be cool. And then everything else came in and you were just like, but all of these other things are so much more important than what I fucking want and what my magic is. Okay, the third dimension had you. Now the third dimension's going bye-bye. So we're able to really understand how the inner child is leading the way through this time. Archangel Haniel, let your inner child shine at what it is, what it wants, what makes it free, what makes it feel stable, what makes it feel powerful. What makes your inner child feel powerful? Asking for an answer. Okay? Let's get some advice. I hope those messages find you well, guys. Thank you to all of you who joined yesterday. That was a doozy. It was an interesting, just this whole internet thing is just really going to be cute when it goes down. It's funny. 6 of Swords on the bottom. Queen of Cups. Self-love. Mastering the ability to nurture the self through changing tides and changing winds. Mastering the emotional body through changing times and changing winds. Because this was a very deep wound. Okay? This is a very deep wound. It's time for it to be healed. Not just closed and ignored. Fucking healed. Okay? Yeah. What we got? Oh, we're gonna use the Sacred Rebels. Gabe wants to talk too, so let me see here. All praise be the Most High. Thank you for these messages. I hope these messages find you well, guys. Love you all so very much. What do we have for this full moon to full moon? I'm using this. I'm not even using the moon cards. They said don't use the moon cards. I used them last night, but also they're not as descriptive as they want to be right now. So, what's that? What do we have for the collective? The Starlians. What do we have for the Starlians? I forget when you use British. I can't do that. It's disrespectful. Relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. Relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. This is the hold of darkness. This is the hold of darkness. This is your cause. Okay? Relax the hold of darkness. Let your light completely encompass you. Wear a robe of light and allow yourself to detach from the dark entities that we were programmed to think loved us, cared about us, wanted us to be happy, healthy, etc. Okay? Let that go. With the number 26, that breaks down to an 8, infinite vibration, also the infinity symbol. Also the number of abundance. So I feel like Ariel is showing me that for some of you, this hold of darkness is your work. It's your employment. It's where you work. It's what you do for a living. Let's look at them. Conscious connections, another 835. Yep. Unity consciousness. Like I said, I did get this message about this brother, but this also really feels like your higher self and you. Your higher self and your lower self, your dark self and your light self. Making connections, moving through the dark waters of your consciousness to really clear out all of this. Okay, utilizing the higher self and the inner child at the same time is so important, and it is really going to save you guys a hell of a lot of healing on the other side of some fucked up shit. Yeah, it's on the bottom. Every journey starts with a single step. Oh, and look, it's the number 12. 12. 12 is the number of Jacob's ladder. 12 is the number of it's the 12th particle of light that was ever found is called the God particle because they can't figure out what else to call it. It's creation itself. Number 12. And we don't break that down to a 3. It's 12. So, let's get one more message here from Gabe. I hope these messages find you well, guys. Really allow yourself to detach from the judgments. Any judgments you place on others are judgments you're placing on yourself, and there will be a divine verdict for those judgments. Final judgments on this planet have been happening for the past month and a half. 2 months. Michael's saying 2 months. 2 months. Classes. I feel like some of you guys, the whole energy we talked about at the beginning about having, knowing where you want to, what you want to learn something new. This is the confirmation of that. Learning and teaching are part of your higher calling. So let's say you know that your superpower is to teach a certain thing or a certain, demographics, teaching children or teaching animals, whatever it is. There's a need to kind of expand on that and get some deeper guidance and some deeper research with that for you, because it's important. The best teacher is the best student, right? Gabe's like, media. You can reach more people by working with video, audio, print, and online media. Speak. Keep going. Keep going. Online classes are totally a thing. Okay, so if some of you guys are throwing around the idea of taking an online course, please do. They're saying, Gabe is saying to keep going. Keep going and understand that you're like half of what you're supposed to be. I'm like 75% of what I'm supposed to be, right? And it takes a long time, but we have to continually feed our brains with things that A, interest us, B, things that really enlighten us to a different way, to a higher vibrational way, to there are certain divine sparks of projects or creations that haven't really happened yet because the consciousness can't handle it yet, right? Every single invention that's ever been invented has been gifted to the inventor by the divine. The car, the airplane, the fucking fishing pole, like everything that's ever been invented. I just heard wine stopper. That's adorable. I just heard wine stopper. That's so funny. My face always gets red in here sometimes. Like later in the day, it's so weird. These divine ideas and sparks are coming. And I feel like for some of you guys, as you continue to like research some things, take an online course, whatever it is, you get the push to keep going with whatever the idea is. Okay, you get that shove, you get that push. So I am loving this. I think what's on the bottom, they're saying bottom, time management. You're not too busy. I'm here to tell you you're not too busy. And I was hoping to make this under an hour, so I'm gonna run away now. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Happy full moon in Taurus. And until next time, let your inner stardust shine. I love you guys so much. I will see you on the flip side.